Folks, how's it going? This is gonna be just a video congratulating anyone that has invested into Sword and Shield, and all the prices this last week, they've just been skyrocketing, they've been going up, and the people that have been through all the turmoil and all the bad times, and they just believed in the products. I'm just here to tell my story on why I ended up buying and holding all this Sword and Shield product. And it's all because of this first box that I bought right here. So this is the first box that I bought and held. And I got this back in 2018, 2019. And at the time I had just dropped out of engineering school, and I couldn't, the stress was a lot for me, and it's not something I wanted to do. I was doing it for my parents, and I dropped out of school. I was living at home and working at a pizza restaurant. Felt like a loser. I was probably making like $1,000 a month. I had almost no money. All my money was going to bills, like payments, and the little money I had left over one month, I bought this box. I had to import it from Japan. And my parents saw that I got this in the mail, and they started making fun of me. I paid $80 for this. They were telling me, basically, you dropped out of school, you're supposed to be an engineer, you're working at a pizza restaurant, and this is what you're gonna do with your money. And I didn't buy anything else after that. I felt stupid. I felt dumb. I felt like an idiot, but I still packed this box away. And I put it in my parents' garage. And man, that was not a fun time for me. Just working at that pizza restaurant, not having any money. Everybody in my family was always making fun of me because I cared about Pokemon. It's like a children's thing. And I just kind of forgot about it. I packed it up in my parents' garage. I forgot about it. Fast forward to like 2020, 2021. All the Pokemon stuff was going crazy because of YouTubers and the pandemic and everything. And I remembered this box, and I told my brother, hey, can you find this? I'm gonna send you a screenshot. Can you find this in the garage? And he went and found it. And at the time, it was worth about $600, this box. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna cash out all this Pokemon hype. It's gonna crash back down like my parents said, because of course they know everything at the time. At the time, I cared about what they thought. And I had actually sold it on Mercari. Eventually I ended up canceling the order, but I was about to ship it out. I sold it for $800, I think, and after fees and everything, it was gonna come up to, like, I was gonna make like $500, and I was like, wow, look at that. And I didn't feel right about selling it. I was like, what if it's probably gonna go up again? There's probably gonna be another cycle. I'm gonna regret selling this. And I was gonna still ship it out anyways, because I was like, I already made the order. And my girlfriend, she said, if you don't want to sell it, you don't have to. And I was like, yeah, you're right. She supported this. She was one of the people that supported what I was doing. And, she cared about me. She cared about what I liked. And even though she's not that into Pokemon, she said, don't sell it. You're going to regret it later. So I canceled the order. The customer was upset, but I canceled the order. And I started buying more Sword and Shield. I started buying Sword and Shield because that was the set that just crashed at the time. The prices, like Fusion Strike boxes, were $80 a box. Evolving Skies were $120 a box at the time. I started buying some of that. And I held on to it. Even I told my parents, yeah, I'm not, that box that my brother found, I'm not gonna sell it anymore. I thought I wanted to sell it. They started making fun of me again. They're like, you're holding on to a bunch of worthless stuff. You need to sell it while you can. Like, you got lucky you're stupid, but you got lucky, so you need to sell it, is basically what they're saying. I was like, you know what? No, that's enough. Like, I know how this works. I've seen how it works. So I'm gonna stay the course. And fast forward to today, this past week, all of this stuff has been going up. I'm not gonna bring everything out, but I have some Fusion Strike, you know, Chilling Reign, Lost Origin, a few cases of Lost Origin, Evolving Skies, and I just want to congratulate anyone that had a similar experience to me. And this works, you know. Buying at the right price, buying when everybody's making fun of you, buying when nobody wants anything to do with Pokemon. Even the stock market works at everything. You know, buying something when everybody thinks it's worthless, but you know that it has value. If you know it has value, you need to do what you know to be the right thing. You did the research. Everybody that's making fun of you, they didn't do any research. They don't know any better. And you could just take all those words that people say, you just throw them out the window. And today, this right here, I checked the recent sold. There's one that sold 2 or 3 days ago for $2,700. I'm so glad I didn't sell it, and I'm never gonna sell this box here, because this is gonna be a reminder, you know, for the rest of my life, what happens when you put your time in the market. And if you understand the market, and you understand, like, hey, there's certain things that are exclusive that you can't really get, you know, and, you know, they're collector's items. You know this, you know, if you did your research, you would know these things, and you'd know when certain things are undervalued. You know, and let everybody make fun of you. Let them. It doesn't matter. Don't argue with them. Don't even listen. And to all of you people that have been doing that, congratulations. You know, this is my first time to actually really feel like I have kind of did the right thing. Like, all of like last year and the year before, I was thinking about selling my stuff, but I was like, I held it this long, I might as well keep going. And I'm happy that I didn't give in to what other people are thinking and the opinions of other people. And I hope that more people are inspired by all the people that invested into Sword and Shield. I hope everyone gets inspired, so the next time when Scarlet and Violet decides to, let's say, if, I don't even know what's going to happen, but if Scarlet and Violet crashes from these reprints and they go into the ground and they're back to $100, $120, $130, and everybody's saying you're stupid for buying it, just know that if you did your research and you know that something's undervalued and you're not making a rash decision into doing something like this, just know that you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what's best for you and your family. You gotta do what's best, what you know is the right thing, even though everybody is telling you that you're stupid, you're dumb, you're a Timmy. You have to have the confidence in yourself to be able to do things and know that you can hold. Know that you can hold even during the bad times. So that's it. Just a quick video to let everybody know. Just gives everybody the encouragement they need, and the congratulations that they deserve. So, all right, that's it. Take care, everybody.